Nigel Kensington had one simple rule he never broke: never go out in the dark. Despite living in a quaint village known for its serene nights, Nigel's rule was legendary among his neighbors. Some believed it was a remnant of an eccentric, old superstition, while others thought he was just a little bit off his rocker. Nevertheless, Nigel was resolute. No matter the circumstance, once the sun dipped below the horizon, his door remained locked, sometimes even barricaded with medieval-like determination. One evening, the village council organized a late-night event to celebrate the solstice, complete with an amateur firework display, food stalls, and an overly enthusiastic local band called the Turnip Trumpeters. The entire village was buzzing with anticipation. Everyone except, of course, Nigel Kensington. "Oh, go on, Nigel," cooed Mrs. Tuft from next door, notable for her ability to speak in font sizes. "It's just one night. What harm could it do?" "More harm than good," Nigel muttered back, tightening the locks on his cottage door. He'd heard the tales. Dark roads crumbling into infinite abysses, owls that transformed into grumpy old professors, and worst of all, the ghost of the black pudding man who roamed the streets searching for people who dared defy the night. And so, he stayed inside, armed with a cricket bat and his fearsome guard cat, Whiskers of Doom. Whiskers, of course, was actually quite lazy and spent most of his time napping. But Nigel liked to think he had some sort of covert operation going on, spying out interdimensional threats while pretending to chase laser pointers. Midnight struck, and the muffled sounds of festivities echoed from the village square. Nigel readied himself for another long night of listening to Whiskers snore, when suddenly, a loud crash came from the kitchen. He froze. Then, like a release valve, all his paranoia burst forth. He tiptoed to the kitchen, cricket bat raised high, and found nothing. He felt a bit foolish, but then that very same moment, another crash, this time from the attic. His heart raced as he climbed the ladder. He swung the attic door open to find his grandfather's ancient telescope had toppled over. No big deal, he thought, as he adjusted it back on its stand. Yet when he peered through the eyepiece, he saw something that made his jaw drop. The village square was empty, completely barren, as if the festival had never even started. Panic set in. He hurried back down just in time for the third crash, the front door. Heart pounding, Nigel rushed to the door and was about to open it when Whiskers of Doom leaped in front, blocking his path. The cat hissed, its fur standing on end. Was this the covert operation he had always suspected? Nigel's hand trembled on the doorknob when a voice, almost ghostly and yet distinctly human, whispered, "Nigel, open up, we need you." Against all rationale, Nigel turned the knob and swung open the door, only to be met with the sight of nothing. The street was as silent as a mime in a library.